Y'all, a Texas man charged with stalking WNBA and Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. So you see the guy right there. All right, authorities in Indianapolis have charged a 55-year-old Texas man with felony stalking of Indiana Fever star and WNBA Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark. His name is Michael Thomas Lewis, and he is accused of repeated and continued harassment of Clark beginning on December 16th. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office wrote in a court filing Saturday. Jail records show Lewis is due in court on Tuesday. That's today. Lewis posted numerous messages on Clark's X account. According to an affidavit from a Marion County Sheriff's lieutenant, in one, he said he had been driving by the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, one of the arenas where the Fever play home games, three times a day. Wow. And in another, he said he had one foot on a banana peel and the other on a stalking charge. Other messages directed at Clark were sexually explicit. The post actually caused Caitlin Clark to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, or threatened. They have in quotations. And a implicit or explicit threat also was made with the intent to place Caitlin Clark in reasonable fear of sexual battery. Prosecutors wrote in the Marion County Superior Court filing, y'all. Wow, right? There's her page right there. And, I don't have, wow. Let me pull the slides up. So what do y'all think of that? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to show you some connections here that show once again, I mean, the stuff isn't organic how it goes down. Okay? Here, do y'all want a little bit of a behind the scenes? Here you go right there. Behind the scenes. You see I have the Starbucks breakdown coming up. They're trending right there. But let's open up the story in question here. And I have sometimes the volume doesn't play on these news clips, which is super annoying. But I'm going to try it again.
Now at 4 o'clock, a Texas man is charged with stalking Fever star Caitlin Clark. That man was arrested this weekend right here in Indianapolis.
Our Samantha Johnson is reading over the new arrest documents, and she's downtown with the disturbing details.
Caitlin Clark told investigators over the weekend she was very concerned for her safety. She even altered her public schedule and changed the way she moved around town. All this after police say Mike.
Definitely a creepy looking character right there. Okay. And how good is AI getting, y'all? You know what I mean? Because the whole time we really would never know. Okay. I know there's websites that create images of fake people, right? I mean, the pic appears to be legitimate, but would we really know in this day and age?
Michael Lewis of Texas sent her numerous threats and sexually explicit messages on social media. He's now charged with stalking, a level 5 felony, after investigators say recent messages came from an IP address here in Indianapolis.
That made everybody certainly understand the urgency of the situation.
Prosecutor Ryan Mears and investigators say Lewis allegedly sent messages to Clark on X saying things like, quote, "I'm getting tickets. I'm sitting behind the bench."
Look, and a quote that in all actuality wouldn't come off as a big deal, right? But I guess it needs to be a lesson for people out there. Just because you're on social media, you're sending pictures or whatever, you're sending messages, things like that. Be aware, maybe that could be kind of the lesson here, right?
I won't be able to wear your hoodie, won't look good in court, and been driving around your house 3 times.
Now that's kind of crossing the line, right? Been driving around your house 3 times a day, but don't call the law just yet. That's definitely crossing the line.
Times a day, but don't call the law just yet. Investigators tracked the IP address to the Hilton Garden Hotel on Market Street, more than 800 miles from Lewis's home. On January 8th, Metro Police went to Lewis's hotel room and asked him about the messages to Clark. Lewis told them it was, quote, an imagination fantasy type thing. He claimed it was a joke. But the messages to Clark continued, according to investigators. Lewis was arrested and booked into the Marion County Jail on Sunday.
There is a 22-year-old young person here who has been profoundly impacted by what is being said. And I think,
look, she's a celebrity on the main stage, okay? On the world stage, right? I'm pretty sure she can just brush this off. You understand? Nobody's going to get within any close range of any of these celebrities, right? Okay, so I believe this is just a fabricated story, in my opinion. We're going to go forward. Watch how I show you
Now at 4 o'clock.
these connections. The article hit January 13, 113. Caitlin Clark equals 113 in the ordinal cipher, okay? Simply ABC 123. You see that? Okay? It's like some lottery system where the numbers sync up like that, okay? And we know, and if you didn't, this is Mrs. 22 right here, or Miss 22, however you want to say it. You see her, this is her at Iowa, but she wears I pulled this from a previous breakdown, okay? Basketball equals 22. She wears 22 on the jersey. She's born on the 22nd, and she's age 22. Okay? Born in 2002, like 22, okay? Right? So I guess the birthdays are important to these people, okay? And you see, this is a special character right here. All right? And what was the Fever's record in the NBA? Oops, let me get rid of that. What was the Fever's record in the WNBA, excuse me, last season? Look, 20 wins, 20 losses, 2-2. All right? Not a coincidence. And I have some other 22s. Thomas equals 22. The man allegedly stalking, continuing the harassment of the 22-year-old Clark. Michael Thomas Lewis, middle name Thomas, equals 22. Okay? And again, he's due in court today. This was the number 1 draft pick. Draft equals 22. She plays with Aaliyah Boston and the Indiana Fever, right? Indiana Fever. Boston equals 22. This is from a draft breakdown I did on the character. She wore a white Prada jacket at the draft and skirt. Prada equals 22. You see some other connections in there. Michael Lewis syncs up with Fever. Caitlin Clark, a member of the Indiana Fever, right? 56 and 56. There's just 4 base ciphers I used to show you this code. the language forwards, reverse, and then we have reduction applied both ways. That's it. Fever and Michael Lewis, 56. This is a Texas man. Texas equals 15. This harassment began on the day leaving 15 days in the year. December 16, you see it right there. Not only that, December 16 is the 351st day of the year, so you get the 1 and the 5 in there again. And, Texas, right? T, Thomas, T, with that middle name, which already connected. Texas man charged. Look at how Texas man, you get 119. His name, Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis equals 119. And look at how these numbers sync up here, okay? So the harassment began on a 36, 18, and 72 date numerology. You see that right there? Okay? Indiana Fever equals 72. Stock equals 72. Stock also equals 36 like Clark. Look at the 18 numerology. Clark has the 18. Indianapolis police spoke with Lewis on 1/8 at his hotel room, January 8. You see that? He told officers he was in Indianapolis on vacation. Okay? Sure. But even with these 36s, you get Stock with 63, Indiana Fever 63. Indiana Fever's got 108 like 18. You see that right there? Okay? And these numbers, you can tell how they kind of sync up, right? 18 plus 18 is 36. 36 times 2 is 72. You see that right there? Okay? 3 times 6 is 18. Right? But you see the connections there, don't you? The harassment began December 16th. Caitlin Clark, I forgot to mention, her birthday is right around the corner, okay? So once again, we get another story with the trending character on the main world stage, and their birthday is right around the time of the story, okay? 36 days in between the two dates. The harassment, it said, began on this December 16th, right there on the bottom. And then her 122 birthday, 37 days later, but 36 days in between the two dates. When Clark and Stock equal 36. Okay, 36 date numerology on the start of the harassing, right? A very specific day they give us right there. Okay, come on, man, right? There's a lot of this going on with like Taylor Swift as well. I'm not making light of it. In our world, if any of our world is real, okay? I mean, this stuff does happen. This is a celebrity. Do you understand? Right? These celebrities, there's no way that they could be in fear of this. They're surrounded at all times. They're puppets on the world stage. Okay, they're going to be just fine. Nobody's going to get close to these characters like that. So I'm going to play this video again. I may get screwed with no volume again, but I still got to try it. It's all set up to play, but for some reason it doesn't every now and then. I don't know what the hell is going on, but the info I'm giving you is what's relevant. And it's only 30 seconds, so we're good.
Across Texas now, a Lone Star State man has been arrested for stalking WNBA star Caitlin Clark. Authorities say 55-year-old
Lone Star State. star, WNBA star Caitlin Clark.
Michael Lewis was arrested Sunday in Indianapolis. Lewis has been charged with felony stalking after contacting Clark via social media. Authorities say the messages directed to Clark included numerous threats and were sexually explicit.
Like she checks her own social media page, like it's not controlled by another entity, right? Come on.
According to authorities, Clark told investigators she was fearful after learning about the messages and has changed her public appearances. Lewis is expected to appear in court in Indianapolis Tuesday on the stalking charges.
Right? Thumbnail hits heavy. Even WNBA equals 13. Like Caitlin Clark 113. And the article hit 1/13. Don't forget Texas man 119 like Michael Lewis. Okay. I'm glancing. And with that 20 win, 20 loss season for the Fever, and this is Miss 22, right? We can just talk about that and how that's a script. Okay, so I believe this is some kind of ceremony with her birthday right around the corner. She's finally going to get away from that 22 a little bit. You know, as far as her age anyway, she'll be 23, and 23 a huge number with basketball. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, right? And there's probably some other 23 connections there. But come on, for real? Look at that. There's always more, y'all. Let's go to the article and just go down the article real quick and see if there's something else that stands out. And they just go over her accomplishments. The prosecutor's office also sought a stay-away order. Here, let me put you over here. Look at that for now. A stay-away order from the Gainbridge and Hinkle Fieldhouses where the Fever play home games. The Associated Press was unable to determine Monday if Lewis has a lawyer who can comment on his behalf. Fever officials have not responded to the Associated Press request for comment. They know it's just a story, right? Like, oh, that's just a story. We're good. But anyways, Clark named Female Athlete of the Year for 2024. This comes with the territory. You understand? Ceremonies right before the birthday. Okay? After leading Iowa to last year's national championship game, she was the top pick in the WNBA draft, as I stated, and went on to win Rookie of the Year honors in the league. Okay, y'all? So, this is Daily Decodes 81 too. Let me know what y'all think. Even some AI comments couldn't hurt. I'll accept AI comments. Bring it on. Texas man charged with stalking WNBA. Oh, hold on. When does the season start? When does the WNBA season begin? April 14th? Oh, wait, is that right? May? Do we get... Oh, let's put date. Do we get an answer here? That date's popping up, but I don't believe it. I think that's the draft. That's the draft. It is estimated to begin around May 10th, 2025. Well, how come there's no set date yet? That's weird, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, you would think there would be a day set. But anyways, I guess kind of irrelevant at this point. So I appreciate y'all. Again, stalking of Caitlin Clark. You saw the character. There was just one picture too. Okay, that was it. Just one picture. Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, WNBA star, fearful of this man that's charged, who they say has been harassing her and stalking her, allegedly. Appreciate y'all. Until next time. And again, sympathy with this type of situation. I know it happens to us regular folk out here. You know what I mean? Beware the types of relationships y'all get involved in, okay? Beware, people have feelings. People don't want their emotions played with, right? So this stuff does happen, but again, this is a character on the world stage, and I think she'll be just fine. So until next time, Daily Decodes 81 to peace.